for that. I've seen them already. There's no...
Lady Farina, I've waited so...
Indeed, my dear, loyal citizen. This joyous moment is an honor for us both.
Lady Farina, we're detecting significant hydrological anomalies near...
Understood. Keep monitoring. Keep me informed should anything... I don't think I let anything slip today. I just don't know when I feel utterly exhausted. Best...
Lady Farina, it's like a dream being able to speak with you up close. Like, I've heard that the first member of our family who was honored to receive an audience with you was Madame Deoteria. Almost...
And what a fine family yours is indeed. It brings me great joy to meet such a faithful believer.
Surely you exaggerate, Lady Farina.
What is it, good citizen?
Oh, are you crying?
Uh-huh. Really now? I didn't even notice. This must be the overflow of hydro from my person. Well, can't quite help being the god who's...
No wonder. No wonder. A manifestation of your power, then. Oh, Archon, I am honored to have witnessed it. Honored indeed.
So interminable. Hundreds of years must have passed by now. Perhaps I never imagined that it would hurt so much. Have I reached my limit? No. I want to tell someone, anyone, about this. I've conducted so many investigations across the centuries. But there's not... All I can do is keep heart. I must maintain this act. It is...
Farina, you don't have to show... Although I don't know what you might be keeping from everyone. Your people are more than willing...
Share my That's impossible. It was fated right from the start.
But even if your burden doesn't need to be shared, you can still choose to confide in someone. Just share it with me. I'm what you'd call a witness.
A witness? And if to that... He's right. I could confide in him, couldn't I? But if things don't play out as expected, the people of Fontaine will be the ones to pay the price. No, Farina, you shouldn't be selfish. But what if it's really all right? Farina, you've worked so hard for so long. Surely it would be okay to put yourself first for once. Just this once. Is it such an outrageous thing to do anyway? to find someone in whom you can confide your frustrations and sorrows. Surely, it could not hurt. If you let this opportunity slip through your fingers, it might never come by again. Think about it long and hard.
No, I have nothing to say. I am Farina, the Archon of Fontaine. All you need to do, dear spectator, is to...
Fine.
So even Farina doesn't know the truth? You've never once let her in on the full plan?
Yes, it had to be done. To deceive the Heavenly Principal, she did very well. If she had let her resolve falter even once in these 5 centuries, it seems that trusting humanity...
I believe that I understand how your deception works. But that is on... How would you build on this foundation to save the people of Fontaine? That is the most important thing.
Ah, good, good. Of course, the Iudex of Fontaine has pinpointed the crux of the issue. I'm sure you've long sensed that the Oratrice is no...
I've always suspected that it had its own consciousness. And Linny did mention that he heard a human... It now seems that that person was you.
And then I became one with the Oratrice, taking Fontaine's gnosis with me. Yes, it would seem so, wouldn't it? Alas, your understanding of this... In truth, it is no enactor of justice. It is, in fact, a device created to kill the god of justice.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, you have it. And to be more precise, not only will the Oratrice take down the god of justice... I mean, did you think I would be the sort to enjoy peaceful repose? My work over these last 500 years has been to constantly... But really, some have already discovered that only a small fraction of the energy generated by the device was ever used to provide... The vast majority has been, had to be...
It was all part of your plan, then? Both the trial...
Indeed. This power, accrued over 5 centuries, could have sustained Fontainians for millennia, had it only been used for that purpose. Almost all of it has now been stored within the Oratrice. But only power of this magnitude could hope to destroy the Hydro Archon's divine throne, shaking the rules established by Celestia, and breaking through the institution that is the Seven.
So the Oratrice's call for death was for neither Farina nor Focalor, but for the Hydro Archon. The destruction of that divine throne, if I do not misunderstand.
Returning what's rightfully yours to you, of course. In other words, this was all done to return the authority of the Hydro Archon to the Hydro Dragon of this planet.
But...
Oh, what? Getting sad again, are we? The authority of the ancient dragons shall soon be yours once more, O Hydro Dragon Sovereign. And this is the face you make.
all you've done throughout the years is just so you can sacrifice yourself at the very end.
I've never quite seen it that way, you know. Even now, I'm quite pleased at how well my deception worked. Hydro Dragon, don't cry. I must say, had it been within my rights, I would have loved to judge the heavenly principles themselves. Were they not guilty of essentially the same crime? Egeria stole the power of the primordial sea, and the heavenly principles stole the power you ancient dragons possessed. I, for my part, am the god of justice. And is it not just that your original powers should be returned to you? Speaking of justice, I have always believed that justice lies in the process of pursuing human existence itself. So, if the theft of the primordial sea's might was then, leaving matters of procedural right and wrong aside, the descent of the Fontanians as humans and their right to exist in other words, existence was Egeria's justice, defying the prophecy and ensuring that Fontaine's people shall live on. That, at this point, we, whether it be myself or all other Fontanians, have shown Iudex Neuvillette, the highest judge in our land. When you regain your full power...
So when I was invited to the court of Fontaine to serve as Iudex, I see at last. I now understand the true purpose. In the beginning, I was uninterested in human existence. But these 5 centuries of living alongside them have gradually brought about mutual understanding between us. And I have even attempted to feel as they feel. You are a devious one, Focalors. Things being as they are, surely you know that I could never declare them to be guilty.
The hour of my execution is almost here. For the sinner, the curtain call has come. I know I may not sound it, but faced with death, I find myself a little afraid. Perhaps this is one thing both gods and humans have in common. Farewell, Neuvillette. I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
I, Iudex Neuvillette, hereby declare, people of Fontaine, your sins are forgiven.